Hello, Sandra here, Sandra Sova. If we haven't met before, I am happy to be here and do a little bit of an introduction of what I am going to be creating and bringing forth now in the way of content. And it's a bit of a new project and process that I'm working on. And now I know what it's called. It's called solo casting, which is showing up as someone, as an individual, and producing content to bring to you. And I actually really like now that I know that I have a name for it because it kind of fits with what I want to do. I have been a radio show host and producer for 3.5 years, concentrating on creating content in such a variety of areas, but all focusing on health, wellness, and well being, being in the driver's seat when it comes to living our lives. And what I'm doing now is I've been inspired because I've sort of been struggling with how to take the ideas and sort of the style of the radio show and podcast and interviews, but bring it to a new platform, something with a little bit more flexibility. And I've been struggling with where to do this because, to be honest, I just haven't felt the fit with being able to produce something that is catchy and entertaining. I'm not here to entertain. I'm here to I'm here to inform and to inspire, to have a dialogue and conversations. Over the past couple of years, I know that for me personally, I have been getting so much value from watching content that is being created on YouTube or other channels with people sharing information and experiences and talking about things that resonate with me, whether that be health and wellness, spirituality, just taking a stance and a stand for how we want to lead our lives. And I know that I get so much value from that and inspiration and encouragement that I wanted to start to create some of the same. And it's not a fit for TikTok. And I just could never get behind doing Instagram reels and bopping around to pointing to captions and doing that. It just doesn't feel authentic. And I don't feel I can do a good job with that. What I do believe that I am good at is having conversations, sometimes difficult conversations, and bringing a dialogue in a way that is perhaps a little bit more cerebral, a little bit more meaningful than being entertaining. And so I'm hoping that this is something that will resonate, and that in time I will find other like-minded individuals that will find this content, and we can start having more than just a solo conversation with me, but coming on and doing some lives and sharing things out and really creating this conversation. There's so much that I have discovered in the past several years on my own personal health journey. And I'll do a separate video, just sort of letting you know what that looks like, where I've been and where I'm going, and the tools and techniques that I've picked up along the way, which is sort of the wisdom of what I want to share. One of the things that I've really received a lot of clarity on lately is the fact that I am not alone in my thoughts and beliefs in taking that ownership and responsibility when it comes to our lives. The way that I see it, the way that is really landing and resonating with me lately is that this life, this experience right here, right now, it's mine to create. And that's true for all of us. The more you sort of learn and lean into a spiritual practice, the more that you do understand that we do create our own reality. And when we create our own reality, when we can stand in that understanding, that wisdom, that knowledge, we then can translate that over to how is it that we do want to live our lives, and who makes the decisions for us when it comes for that. For me, I've been just really digging my heels in lately in that area when it comes to what I choose to do to maintain my health, to improve my health. And those decisions are always individual, but I feel even stronger right now in a time where I am navigating changes within the condition that I have, which is rheumatoid arthritis, and navigating through medication choices and realizing and recognizing that it always has been up to me. But in a time when there is a lot of pressure and a lot of focus on treating things, all things health wise, with a pharmaceutical fix, that's not where I'm going. That's not what's working for me. There is a small portion of pharmaceutical products too that I do still currently rely on. But that is such a huge difference from being on a whole slew. I guess where I'm going with this is that I want to be someone out there that is bringing a conversation in this to support other people, to let us know that we are not crazy, that we are not uneducated or uninformed, if we are standing in our own beliefs and our knowledge and not just looking to be told what we should be doing to live a healthy, vibrant life, but knowing innately and following our own inner guidance and wisdom. So people that are not embracing the current health narrative that is so heavily rooted in a pharmaceutical fix, people that are not embracing that are kind of being shunned, excluded, being made to feel that their opinions or values are maybe they don't have a place on the table. I know in the past couple of weeks, I really felt a lot of pushback from a couple of areas with people just so strongly wanting to reinforce and turn up the volume on what they choose to do for their health and not having room for any sort of conversation other than that. And it's come to a point when it's gone more than just frustrating. It's disappointing. So I have this platform and I like to be able to think that I do have a voice and an opinion that may resonate with others. So if you have found this channel, if you are here, if you follow me on my Chronically Driven podcast and you hear this, welcome back. If you happen to find me in some other way, anytime down the road, I want you to know that I hear you and I see you, and we're going to talk about these things. This is going to be a place where we'll talk about what we know and what we can learn from each other. I am not an expert. I am not offering any sort of medical recommendations or advice. What we are going to be talking about here is our own personal experiences and things that we've learned, the wisdom that we know from working with nature, with working with energy work, with working with things that we find that really work well for us. So it's going to be exciting. I invite you along for the journey. I am so glad you're here, and we will see where it goes. Thanks so much, and I will see you on the next one.